brother.
Great. Good evening to you.
Good evening, my brother.
We saw an invitation where you said you were going to unmask the persons behind the rigging plot of election 2024. You called a press conference today and you did the unmasking, except that you went to announce a military man. What do you have against this particular person, and what has the person done, for which reason you called a full-blown press conference to make the allegations against him?
Well, Sonda, the person we are discussing is not an ordinary military man. This is a man who has thrown professionalism to the dogs, thrown patriotism to the dogs, and has turned himself into a rabid NPP fanatic, determined to do everything the NPP wants, including aiding them to rig the 2024 elections. And his record bears this assertion out. You see, the person we are talking about is Brigadier General Opoku. Listeners will recall that not too long ago, specifically in 2019, this man was the of security, where we usually call Blue Gate, and he was the director of.
Hello, Sammy, can you hear me?
Can hear you.
I'm having difficulties hearing you. Your line is breaking.
Oh, is it better now?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay. Brigadier General Opoku was the director of operations at National Security when we held the Ayawaso West Ogun by elections on the 31st of January 2019. And we all saw what happened. We saw known NPP thugs clothed in national security apparels and armed to the teeth, attacking, brutalizing, maiming innocent Ghanaians. We saw atrocities in an election never witnessed in the history of Ghana. The president set up the Emil Short Commission of Inquiry to probe the matter. At the end of the investigations, it was established by the commission that the mastermind of the Ayawaso West Wagon mayhem and brutalities was none other than Brigadier General Opoku. At the time, he was Colonel Opoku. In fact, when he appeared before the Short Commission and testified under oath, he confessed that he is responsible, or he was responsible, for the nefarious activities of that so-called SWAT team who attacked innocent citizens of this country unprovoked. Now, the commission therefore recommended that he be reprimanded for acting in such a despicable manner, leading to injuries and the atrocities we also on camera, including the assault of a certain member of parliament, Honorable Sam George, the MP for Ningo Pram Pram. So they recommended that he be reprimanded. But, sadly, but also surprisingly, President Akufo-Addo, under whose instructions he acted, issued a white paper and decided to shield him from liability and punishment. We are only finding recently that this man, who was supposed to be reprimanded per the recommendations of the Short Commission, has been promoted to the position of Brigadier General, from Colonel to Brigadier General. As if that was not enough, President Akufo-Addo has rewarded him with a juicy appointment as the General Officer Commanding of the Central Command of the Ghana Armed Forces. And when we talk about the Central Command, I mean, the seat of the Central Command is Kumasi, the capital of the Ashanti region. And so that is where he's been operating from. And he was given this position, strangely, only in this year, this election year. In fact, he was inducted July this year. And we are saying that no, a person like Brigadier General Opoku doesn't deserve a promotion. He doesn't deserve, a reward or he doesn't deserve the position he's currently occupying. Because this is a man who has proven to be a very devious character. This is a man who is a threat to peaceful elections in the history of this country. This is a man who would do everything it takes, even if it means beating, maiming, and killing people, just so the NPP can achieve their electoral objectives. We saw that in full display during the Ayawaso West Wagon by-elections. And he himself is on record to have taken responsibility for that. He himself was indicted by the Short Commission, which has the powers of a high court. So how can we, as a country, promote such a person and give him such a critical position? But that aside, we have come by credible intelligence that this man is implementing the same strategy he implemented relative to the Ayawaso West Wagon by-elections in the Asante region. He's having meetings with the likes of Untumi. He's turned his official residence into a storage facility for weapons, ammunition, illegally printed ballot papers, security uniforms, and so on. And as I speak, we have pictures of NPP vigilantes who are being trained at Asotuare and other military sites, in this country. And this man, once Colonel Opoku, today Brigadier General Opoku, is the main person behind this. And we are saying, no, we cannot allow this man to be second time lucky with violence. This country is a peaceful nation. It is all we have. Elections are about counting heads and not cutting heads. No person must lose their life on the altar of elections. We want this election to be peaceful. And so this guy who has proven to be a threat to peaceful elections should be nowhere near the security architecture of this country. And that is why we have called on the IGP, who is the chairman of the 2024 election security task force, to investigate this matter. If he calls us, we will go and we will share our intelligence and evidence with him. We are also going to petition the Chief of Defense Staff, who this Brigadier General Opoku doesn't respect, because he thinks that he has the ears of the president. And in fact, he openly and publicly boasts about the fact that the president has promised to make him the CDS should he help the NPP rig the election. Their game plan is simple. Train and clothe NPP vigilantes in military uniforms to be deployed by this Brigadier General, who happens to be the General Officer Commanding for the Central Command, to go intimidate, harass, beat, maim, and even kill NDC agents and supporters, like they did at Ayawaso West Wagon. And once they are able to do that and put fear in the people, they now intend to stuff ballot boxes with illegally printed ballot papers, swap ballot boxes and pink sheets, and so on. That is their game plan. But we have stated, and I want to repeat, they will not get away with it. Violence cannot and will not win the NPP this election. The true will of the people of Ghana, as expressed at the polls, is what will stand at the end of the day. And so that is the reason for our press conference today.
I see. Sammy, did you take this your evidence to the Armed Forces High Command to report one of their own? Have you done that?
No. We're going to do that. That has not been done. But the first thing you do when you come by such a damning, information, such dark secret, is to shed sunlight on it.
Okay, now that you have done that, when are you going to the
realm?
When will you go to the
media, which is the fourth estate of the realm, and by extension the general public, needed to know that this guy who was responsible for the Ayawaso West Wagon mayhem has been given this appointment and promotion this election.
I'm not sure the issue is really about promotion and appointment. I mean, those are discretionary powers that are exercised. It's about the
that discretionary power ought to be exercised responsibly.
Yes,
and
but then again,
then
again, if you have a challenge, maybe Shraj or somewhere else. But my issue,
a commission of inquiry with the powers.
No problem. But the commission did not say
indicted somebody.
Yes.
As a man responsible for those atrocities.
Yeah, but it did not say he should not be promoted. And the white paper that came, you know the consequence of a white paper. But in moving forward, the claim that you've made about him having weapons in his house and having printed or stashing ballot papers, I believe that would be the bigger issue, not necessarily
my brother,
the promotion.
The issue is that
just a second. Let me land with my premise and my question.
For him to be reprimanded, has he been reprimanded?
No problem.
You reprimand an errant military officer by increasing his rank from Colonel to Brigadier General and by making him the commanding officer for Central Command. Is that how you reprimand somebody?
So I'm saying that now that you have what you did today, when next are you going to? You've mentioned the IGP, but have you done a formal complaint to the IGP? And when are you going to do that if you have not?
We have already served notice that we will be petitioning.
Yes, so I want to know the when.
And in the coming days, the petition will be sent and we'll share copies with you.
And the armed forces too?
Yes, the CDS and the IGP. These two personalities.
I was not at your press conference.
And of course,
did you share
development partners?
Did you share photos and videos that you claim you have of activities in his residence? Have you shared that already?
We have not spoken about photos of activities in his residence.
You said you have evidence.
Come again?
I thought you said you had evidence of picture evidence of something happening in his house, or I didn't hear that right.
We have spoken about picture evidence. We spoke about our credible, incontrovertible, rock-solid intelligence about the nefarious activities that this particular military officer is engaging in. And when we petition the appropriate, officers, and they call us, they give us audience, we are going to share this intelligence with them.
But you will share with the fourth estate of the realm, which you believe
no other appropriate time we will do that. Look, this is a man who has been made so powerful by Akufo-Addo. Today, go to his official residence. It is guarded by heavily armed military men 24/7. So if you ask us to give you photos and exactly what are you talking about here? The track record of the person bears the assertions we are making out there. And you can't tell me, in all honesty, that is a mere coincidence that in an election year, of all the people in the military, this is the only person Akufo-Addo found worthy to be the general commander of Central Command. How can you tell me that? Is he the only person who could have done that work? A person with such a dubious reputation, indicted by a commission of inquiry, a person against whom recommendations have been made that he should be reprimanded for supervising election-related violence, maiming people, shooting people, beating people. In which serious country can this happen? In which this man should be languishing in jail.
Very well.
To be promoted the way he's being promoted. There is a sinister agenda behind his promotion to the rank of Brigadier General and his appointment as the General Officer Commanding for the Central Command. There is a sinister agenda. And we have that intelligence. We know the meetings he's having with people like Untumi. We know the things he's been storing at his residence because he thinks it's a security zone and that nobody can go there. Our eagle eyes are on him, and we are saying that he will not be second time lucky.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. Sammy Gyamfi, his National Communications Officer of the NDC. They called a press conference today. At which press conference, they made allegations against the officer commanding the Central Command of the Ghana Armed Forces that he is engaging in a rigging agenda to aid the governing party. Let me say that we've not been successful in getting comments from Burma Camp, the headquarters of the Ghana Armed Forces, on this matter. When we do, in response to the accusation against the Armed Forces officer in the Ashanti region, we'll share that with the public. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 CTFM.